Oh, hey, how are you? I am back again, a couple minutes late, like usual, like I said before. I'm always trying to get like my social media to work at the last minute, and it never seems to want to work for me. Again, thank you so much for joining us in this info group. And I've had a couple of you reach out already, which is awesome. So I'm super excited to share again with you. Tara shared earlier just a little bit about her story and how she started in coaching. And over the next couple of days, I'm going to have a couple of our other coaches just share their stories too, so you can see the different people that are women that are on our team in the Sweat Collective. So we call ourselves the Sweat Collective as our team because there's just a group of women and a couple like from various, like I've said before, seasons of life, from, doing different things in their lives. And then we've all come together as the collective to create this team. So I wanted to cover in this video some of our most common misconceptions or like concerns that people have when starting an online business like this. I want to first start off by saying that this is not a get quick rich scheme. Like it's just not. It's not like going to be the next thing that's going to make you all this money right away, like some of the other companies out there say that it's going to do. This is a build your business over time, create a solid foundation and roots that are going to grow into this big, beautiful business depending on how much time you put into it is what you're going to get in return from it. So over the next however long it takes for you to make that commitment to yourself and to this business, being an entrepreneur is hard work. I show up every day and do the work even on days when I don't want to. And that's taken me a long time to get to that point. Like I said in my last video, I've been a coach for a few years, but I really, really just started to hone in on it when COVID hit this past year. Yeah, back to the misconceptions. So, number one, people like, I was the worst at trying to sell my designs when I was an interior designer. I was the worst. I mean, I had a passion for what I was doing. I absolutely, loved what the like the things that I created for people and the vision, right? I was the visionary behind a lot of things. I love that part of it. But I hated the part where you had to talk about like the nitty gritty about money and about like selling and like getting to that part where here's what it's going to cost. Like that was not my forte. I do not like to be a salesperson. I did not join this business to be a salesperson. So a lot of people think that that's what we are. And our team and our business, I mean, our team in particular, you may have had this experience from other network marketing companies that do just sell, and they're all about the products and the numbers, whereas our team is about serving our people. We're about finding people that are interested in bringing healthier living to more and more people's lives. So when I help somebody and they help the next person, then it's about sharing. It's about bringing this opportunity to other people, and it's about letting them know what we're doing, what I'm doing to better my life and how it could help you. So it's about serving other people. And in my experience, it's not about selling. I'm not here to sell you something. I'm not here to sell you a different, life. I'm here to let you know what the options are. And I'm here to let you know that what I use has worked for me and it might work for you as well. So I love to, share and lead and focus on our own stories. We focus on how we've gotten to where we are today. We focus on, being like a leader, within our network without being salesy and pushy. That's not ever something that I want to come across. Although I did have one of the girls in here today say that I was very persistent, which I love. Like that is, I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to come across as salesy. I just want to bring forth opportunities that women especially might not know about, because I didn't know about this opportunity before I was asked about it. I had zero idea. Like I said before, I was happy to continue, plotting along in my 9 to 5, in a very tense office space with a boss that I did not like, loved my work, but just absolutely hated my surroundings, and it was draining me. So, that's another a piece of my puzzle that I forgot to mention in my last video. So, yeah, I am not looking for, if you want to be a salesperson, then don't join our team. If you don't want to be a salesperson, then this is the place for you. Absolutely. A number two concern that we hear all the time is that this is a pyramid scheme. And like, let's be straight up, pyramid schemes are illegal. This is not what we're doing. Pyramid schemes operate on the fact that, this person's going to get so many people to join. And then at the bottom, like nobody's going to make any money. This person up here is making it all. So that is not how we operate. Um, if you think about any company and you think about, where I was in my office space with my interior design company, there was an owner of the company. He was at the top of the pyramid, and then there was all these people that trickled down the sides of the pyramid, right? And that, corporate world, that's what the corporate world looks like. I will never out earn my boss. I would never out earn him in his business. I was making a great salary. I was on the pyramid, I was making my, 2% or 5% raise every so often, every 6 months, every year. Like it just was not, and I could not see myself growing in a future there because, I mean, I could. That was where I was at that time. But now that I look back and I think to myself, I wasn't, that was a pyramid because you're never going to out earn your boss. Whereas in our industry, in our network marketing, like I can out earn anybody above me. Comes down to commitment level. It comes down to time put into your business. It comes down to your work and efforts put in, you will get in return. It's consistency is key. So, there is no cap to any of what we can earn in this business, and there is no reason why I can't take it next level if I wanted to above my coach, and vice versa. So how it works in our network is we're working together. So we're all doing our different work and we're all cycling together. I'll get into that in the money once I talk about money tomorrow, but and how we actually earn an income. But this in no way, this is actually the opposite, I think, of what people think that multi-level marketing is about. I would never, like when I was considering doing a business like this, when I was doing the math and doing all the things for our interior design company, I was about to go $60,000 into debt. That's a huge risk for my family that I was willing to take. And in hindsight, I'm so glad that I didn't, because with this business, there's zero risk involved for my family. I didn't have to pay any more than I was already paying for a very small fee that got me started in this business. I pay a small monthly fee to run my business, and we keep no inventory. So there's virtually zero risk in the business like this. You can cancel at any time, and like there's just zero risk. So I think about like other, there was the pyramid scheme where you're putting money in and you're never getting a return. There's next level where maybe you put a bunch of money up front and then you have to keep a bunch of inventory. That's another type of marketing company, or another level of this type of business. Sorry. Or there's our business where there's zero risk. Like you can give it a try. You like I said, the sky is the limit. So that was my husband and myself. That was one of our concerns. Mostly my husband when I first started this business. Is one of the reasons why he was very unsupportive. Was like he thought I was buying into this pyramid scheme. So absolutely the complete opposite in my opinion. And I know there are others out there that will say different, but they aren't necessarily involved in something like this, and so they don't see the value or the opportunity that something like this could bring into your life. So and what was I going to say? Yeah, we keep no inventory, and you only purchase the product that you're using yourself. And sometimes I'll purchase more because I send out goodies, or there's very little, like I said, almost zero risk involved in this type of business, in our business. So the third concern that people always have is I am not a fitness expert. I am not a nutritionist. Like, how on earth am I going to do something like this? And I 100% agree. I am not a personal trainer. I am not a nutritionist, but you learn as you go. You start to become very familiar with our programs and how they work, and especially, again, being the person that's using them yourself, you're showing other people how you use them, and you're sharing your journey along the way. And so with that, you start to learn different about our programs. You start to learn about our nutrition programs, and you're able to help guide people through their journey as well. The cool thing is that all the tools are available to us. We don't actually have to source anything. We don't actually, what we do is we are the bridge between the consumer or the client or the, the customer. We're the bridge to the Beachbody world that brings, all of the tools for nutrition, all of the tools for fitness, all of the business tools. Like, we have a full business setup library online that is there available for you to run your business with. Like, you literally just have to show up and do the work. Like, it's just that easy. They say the thing about this business, though, is that the hardest part is the consistency piece, and it works. It's so simple. You just have to continue to work at it. So that's why I say the sky is the limit. You just have to be willing to put in the work on the days even when you don't want to work, which is where I fall in, and I will keep you going. Trust me. What else did I have to say about that one? The fourth common concern is that I'm not at my goal weight, or I'm not like a, I don't have a six pack, or I don't have biceps or whatever. Trust me, we've all had that thought. We've all been there. I was not at my goal weight when I started. I joined to lose like 10 or 15 pounds of baby weight, and I have to tell you, I gained so much more. I gained so much more. I have, created, like, have all these teammates, like I mentioned. I have this great community. I have gone on this self discovery journey over the last 4 years of just pouring into personal development. I've gone, for me personally, I've had to do some therapy, and just like really a lot of healing has happened for me. So you do not have to be at your goal weight. You just have to have a willingness to share where you're at right now and continue to share as you grow, because you will grow so much in this business. Like, you will become, if I could look back and tell that woman that worked in that interior design firm, who was scared, who was not confident in themselves, even after being in the industry for 10, 15 years almost, like, I was still nervous to stand up to anybody. I was still, the one in the corner of the wallflower. And now I think I would have a whole new different attitude, just for all the healing that I've done and all the self discovery that I've gone on, just by joining a business that was supposed to be for me to lose some baby weight. So I could go on and on about that, but that's that. Like, you don't have to be at your goal weight. You don't have to be fit from day one. That the more, let's say, you become more relatable when you share your story from the beginning. So, number 5 is, I'm not a social media expert. None of us are, none of us were. Still learning each and every day. I had just done a mass Facebook cut when I decided to start this business on social media. So I think I was under 100 friends. I had the same exact people following me on Instagram. My Instagram and everything was locked down and private. And this business just really opened up my world to the fact that there is a whole big world of people out there that you can meet, that you can connect with, that you can find your people within. I know that sounds kind of cliche, but you do when you're opening yourself up to social media and just finding your people. Like, you're here because someone invited you, because they felt and you felt a connection at some point. So social media is a super cool tool for this business. That is how we run our business. But you do not have to be an expert. Like, the girls were messaging me today, and I was messaging some other people. Like, it's like, how do I do this? And that's where the whole community thing happens, right? Like, how do I upload an IGTV with the thing? How do I ask somebody else, how do I add this to my reel? Like, we're a work in progress each and every day. You have to be willing to fail forward. So you do not have to be a social media expert, trust me. And then the last one, which I think, people really, really, this one I hear all the time from everybody, myself included, is, I do not have the time. And it's huge, right? It's a huge one. I hear often in our workouts from our trainers that it's like, you might not have the time, you make the time. So, when relating it back to myself again, when I first started, it was like, I didn't have the time. I had a 1-year-old, a 3-4-year-old, and I was like, where the heck am I going to fit a business like this into my day? And so I started to get up earlier. I started to, some people say they can't get up earlier. That's fine. But I found the crack. So today is my big day that I do a lot of work on Wednesdays. But normally my kids are here. Normally I have my kids, and I find the time in the cracks of my day. So Sometimes they watch a show while I do some work. Sometimes, they're doing homework or they're outside playing, and I spend 15 to 20 minutes, checking in and doing the things that I need to do to grow my business, or to help mentor my coaches, or to connect with people on social media. These are all different things that we do, and it literally has I have turned my mindless scrolling into something that actually brings a profit in, and helps my family. So yeah, if you don't think you have the time, you're going to hear from a couple of our other coaches in the next couple of days and how they fit it in. Like, we've got full-time social worker, full-time administrative assistant. Like, they work tons of hours, and they still, find the pockets in their day again, to work on this business, because it's not about having again, a ton of time. It's about consistently showing up and doing the work. So and what we will do as a team is help you to find those cracks in your day, or help you to find to find your way and navigate through how to get going. And we have all kinds of training set up, and I won't get into that right now, but I'm here to help you figure it out and to go step by step through the process until you feel comfortable, like, taking off and doing it on your own. So that is the awesome thing about having your own business, but in and amongst a group and a community that is going to help serve you and to build your business into something that you are excited about and want to continue to see grow. So yeah, I'm just thinking if there's anything else that I missed. I think that's it. That was a lot of stuff, a lot of different concerns that often get asked of us. And, if you have any more concerns specifically, I'd love for you to pop them into the comments in this video, or send me a private message and we can chat about them. I'm trying to think if there's anything else off the top of my head that I can think of. But I mean, oh yeah, another one is like, what will people think? What are people going to think? And I think Tara mentioned that in her video that she just did, that you get to a point in your journey. At first you're very, very nervous about posting, and then people will start to cheer you on, and it will become this, like, what is happening type of moment. And then you'll be like, people are actually watching me. And you get to the point where you feel like you are not necessarily there to serve and show up for other people. You're there to share your story, to bring some light into other people's lives, because trust me, a lot of people live in very dimly lit houses in their bodies, and that was me, and I needed somebody else to show me the way and show me the light. So you'll be surprised once you start posting and sharing your journey, how you'll relate and how you'll bring and change so many other people's lives. So I think that's it. But yeah, if you have any questions, or if you have any concerns that you're thinking about, please put them in the comments and we will address them. Thanks again for listening. I did not mean to talk this long again. I just love to chat. Totally open book. So reach out if you have questions. Okay, take care, and thanks again for being here.